All right, we're gonna give folks a few minutes. I know Francisco can't join us.
Yeah, I think everybody else is here. He's not. Oh, no, hold on. I lied. There was two other people here now, but maybe it was just me. Sorry, my block is lit. I'm walking home.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Miriam just got back, and we're waiting for Mary. Hey, Ebenezer, do you have Mary's number? Because she said she'd be participating today, so we just want to make sure that.
No, I only send the request, the invitation to the task force members.
Yeah, Mary's a task force member. That's why she's always on time.
Mary whom?
Mary Anderson.
Yeah, she was there. I saw her in a few. I saw her.
Okay, let me text her again. Let me see if all right, give me a second.
Él tiene 4 ahora.
Yo, pero ahí está Eliezer. Dile a Eliezer to text Mary. Okay, we're just missing her. She said she was going to be here today.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Pesos, dollars.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Francisco, we're just waiting on Mary. We're going to give her like 4 more minutes. So today the agenda is pretty straightforward. It's basically just providing updates. It's just basically providing updates. And yeah, so we should be able to knock this meeting on like 15 minutes.
Good.
There you go. I was like, Mary's never late, man. How's it going, Mary?
Okay, sorry. Somehow I got disconnected.
Yeah, I know, because you were just on. Yeah.
Huh?
All right, so this meeting's pretty quick, Mary. It should be about approximately 15 minutes. So we're basically providing
Works
updates
for me.
for next week's event. So Simari, do you want to start off with some updates? Simari actually took the lead. We worked together, developed an email, and she's been following up with the elected officials and also some of the spaces that we were going to inquire about. I know Miriam also got identified a space. So today we'll basically be selecting a venue to host the event. And then just a report back from the individuals who we've reached out to who have responded. So Simari, if you want to take it away.
Thank you, Domingo. And thank you everyone for jumping on. I'm still on my way home, but almost there. So definitely have some updates. We sent out the request for a space within the New York Presbyterian or Columbia University Irving Medical Center spaces. So that is submitted. The person actually circled back with me today just to let me know she did secure a space and had a question about our certificate of insurance. So I think we will need that if we decide to go forward with that space. I'll pause there just in case if you guys had any feedback. I'm trying to pull up the email just to give you guys the details on the exact space that she mentioned. Okay, let me take a breath. Okay, so we have booked the Hammer Health Sciences Center. It's 701 West 168th Street, room 301, from 5:30 to 9 p.m., November 16th. The Vaginal Center that we initially mentioned, they didn't have availability. They were already booked. So that was the next recommended space.
Marie, can I ask you a favor?
Sure.
I'm losing most of what you're saying because you're talking very fast. My hearing aids don't accept that quick.
I'm sorry. And I'm like out of breath.
Slow it down a little bit.
I'm trying to walk home, but I'll stop.
I can hear you, but you're speeding.
Okay, I'll speed walking.
Sorry.
But I'll sit here on the sidewalk. So Columbia did get back to us. They were able to book a space. The Vaginal Center was already scheduled for a different event. So they actually offered us the Hammer Health Sciences Center.
Right,
it's at
the library, yeah.
701 West 168th Street, room 301. That was a recommendation from Sandra Harris, who does a lot of the events there as well.
Exactly, yeah.
So if we'd like to move forward with securing that space, we will need to get back to them with our certificate of insurance information and our 501c3 number. And they did let me know that we will be able to log into Zoom on the computer in the room, just to assist with the tech if, we're interested. So that's the update on the Columbia space or Presbyterian.
Okay. And
so
then
it'll be hybrid though, right?
Well, we're thinking of doing it both hybrid, like in person and no, she was basically saying if it was going to be hybrid. So I'm saying the goal of this is to be as accessible as possible.
Right.
So we'll be hosting a conversation where any location that we do choose upon has to be able to accommodate any virtual accommodations that we may have.
Right.
Make sure it's accessible also.
Yeah. So I know Miriam, if you want to speak on the space you texted me about.
It is accessible. Yeah.
Well,
that I know. Yeah.
We said 809 and I spoke to Cirilo today. Last week, and he said fine. So
okay. The downside to that space is that we may not necessarily have the virtual accommodations that we might have in Columbia or in the community board conference room. Any other space, Francisco? I know you were looking into some. Francisco, going once, twice. All right, cool. So I guess Francisco didn't have any space updates. So basically what we have on the floor right now is the community board conference room. We have the Columbia space that Marie inquired about. And then we have 809, the space that Miriam inquired about. So we could I would say, what are folks leaning towards?
Well, me, I'm leaning toward 809. I don't know. No.
Okay. Marie.
How big a space is that though?
That's it's like a restaurant / community event space located in Dykeman. My only concern with that space is Miriam, is being able to actually set up the Zoom stuff for it.
They have upstairs. as well, which is larger space.
Yeah, I know. I mean, for the Zoom space, I mean, like having the setup with the Wi-Fi and the computer station. You know, that was my only concern. But like I said, we've identified 3 venues. Let's figure that out. Francisco, mute yourself, bro, because it's my loud.
I think to Miriam's point, like it would be more relaxed to have it in that type of setting. And to the point you're bringing up, I think more relaxed in terms of open to the conversation and, you know, get the honest feedback of the community for what it's worth. But I think to your point with the tech, and I know that sometimes in like open space, I don't know, there's some background.
Yeah,
sometimes in, like, the
Ebenezer,
open
can you mute Francisco,
spaces,
please?
what I was saying was that sometimes in the open spaces, like the sound kind of doesn't, is not of good quality, I would say. Like if either there's an echo or like, you know, something of that sort. But I was thinking about also about the spaces that I suggested, like if we're not able to send over the insurance information, I think keeping it at the community board space could also be a good idea. So that said, I don't have a decision. I'm not sure if somebody else does.
And we have to look at the community as well, because we want the community to come out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people maybe from Inwood on down to 190th Street, because people seem to think that it starts at 168 and ends at 190th Street, and that's not the case. And that's what I found. I've seen it myself.
I agree with you in terms of, you know, being something that's centrally located, Miriam.
And remember, this is a series, so just because we start somewhere doesn't mean that we cannot, like, maybe the next event could be done. Like we could identify 3 venues and have the event in the southern part of the Heights, in the middle part of the Heights, and then in the Dykeman Inwood area. You know, so I don't want to like spend too much time debating about the space. For me, is whatever y'all want. But I feel like being that this is going to be the first one, we need to have the space be accessible, have the technological support that we need, and just make sure that, like Miriam said, that it's also central as well. So we don't want to be too far out, but I also understand that this is not the last and this won't be the first, you know. So I think for us, it's just, I believe it's a week away. We just needed a space that we're able to control and organize this on the run. That's why I'm personally leaning towards the community board space, starting there and then making our way up. What you think, Miriam?
Well, you're saying that, but this is the first. When you know, you're still gonna lose out. A lot of people are still gonna lose out because they're not maybe gonna want to travel, or you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's half dozen one, half dozen the other.
Yeah. So what does the rest of the committee think? What do you think?
There may not be the perfect space midway, you know, and maybe we do have to, you know, plan 2 or 3, probably at least 3 different venues to, and you know, engage everyone, because you know, I'm not keen on going up to Dykeman, but you know, it is what it is. I'll be there. But if we decide to have it there, or, you know, either this time or in the future. But I think you're right, Domingo. We need to make a decision like now as to what the best space is for right now, that we can have everything that we need, because we don't have time to futz around. We gotta get the flyers out.
Yeah, exactly. Like I spoke to Eliezer, and we spoke about an interpreter as well. So that's why we don't want to like that's why I'm pushing so much tech right now, because being that it was hybrid, we're gonna actually be able to have an interpreter for in person and virtual. So I just want to make sure that we get a space that does that justice. Ebenezer.
Yes, I'm sorry to interrupt, Domingo, but when I received your email, you already reserved security for
Okay.
us, because you told me that you want to have it here in our meeting room on the sixth floor. So
Okay.
we already have security. I got confirmation today, and if you're gonna change the venue, I need to change it before Monday or by every Monday, so they don't charge us for that.
Okay.
And
All right.
for the translation, we have a translator that can work with us, but we need to let her know on.
Yeah. That's why I
Fine.
want to make sure that we secure everything today, so we're all on the same page. That's what this meeting is for. So
Okay.
I know.
And finally, regarding our insurance, the community board is self-insured. Is under the umbrella for the city of New York umbrella, and Colombia knows that. The people over there.
I think the person is new, Ebenezer, the person that replied to
Yeah.
her. I think
Okay.
she just
Yeah,
started
she
working.
replaced Carla. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
But I'll let her know.
I can, I have a letter saying that we can share with them. But Sandra
Okay.
knows and everybody knows there.
Okay.
Thank you. I think
So
to Ebenezer's point, maybe like since everything is secured, and I know you worked on that before, Domingo, like it may not be the ideal like location, but maybe keeping it in the board, and then we can do like a 3-part series and host one in 809 and one in the Columbia space, or keep it at 809 afterwards if the hybrid situation kind of goes back to in person.
okay, because I know. What do you think about that, Miriam?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh.
What you think, Miriam?
I don't know. Whatever you guys, whatever you can decide on. I'll just
Yeah.
go
So
along.
what we could do, Miriam, is have the first one on the board, being that there's like a state of the art Zoom thing over there. And then the next